Now, the homeless have been feeling the brunt of the harsh weather conditions sweeping across the country. Non-profit organizations have been opening their hearts and doors, providing some warmth, safety and support. Full View anchor Mbali Thethani is in Hillbrow in Johannesburg with non-profit organization Meals on Wheels and joins us live now this evening. Mbali, definitely a difficult situation there. One can even feel the impact of this severe weather, especially when you look at provinces like the Eastern Cape, KwaZulu-Natal, but here in Johannesburg, the homeless are also not spared.
Certainly, Bongi, of course, as the winter period now kicks in and temperatures begin to plummet, and we can see the impact when it comes to how this has had an impact on a number of homeless people, not only in Gauteng and in Johannesburg, but the rest of the country, and quite in particular, something that you have also pointed out to the community of the Eastern Cape. They've experienced some very harsh weather conditions during this cold front, which we have seen over the past couple of days. Now we are in the Johannesburg CBD, particularly we are in Hillbrow, and this is where we find Meals on Wheels, and they are feeding some of the homeless community here within the Hillbrow CBD, and they have been conducting this operation for quite some time now. We also understand that they've actually extended out this particular act of service to many people in the CBD. Also, while they continue to monitor the situation when it comes to the very cold weather conditions we are experiencing. They've been conducting this once a day, Bongiwe, but they say that because of the very harsh weather conditions, they've been forced to come here now at least twice a day. But just to tell us more about, what Meals on Wheels is doing during this winter period and during this cold front and very cold weather conditions, we are now joined by Yanela. She is from Meals on Wheels. I'm just going to ask my colleague here, Herbert, just to move over the side. Yanela, thank you so much for your time. You are doing a lot for this community, but you only not just do this for the Hillbrow community, you do this for a number of communities across the country.
Yes. Thank you, Mbali. Thank you for having us. Indeed, as Meals on Wheels, as you already know, we have 182 kitchens. We are doing this work everywhere in the country, and especially now because there's cold front, we are stretched and we are forced to actually go beyond our call of just cooking one meal, as you said, and also just cooking from our kitchens, but we now have to come outside to actually make sure that even the people on the streets, they get a warm food, and they also can get blankets, and they can get even beanies just to keep warm. You can imagine, Bali, if we're feeling this cold and we have homes and all of that, then it is giving a very bad impact and affecting the people on the street very badly. That is why it's Meals on Wheels, because it's our vision to make sure that there's hunger-free South Africa and beyond, that we actually are able to even assist the beneficiaries on the street to make sure that they all go to bed not on an empty stomach but with at least a meal.
How big is this operation? And for the likes of countries or provinces rather, like the Eastern Cape, they've seen really severe weather patterns. We've also seen now a number of people also passing away because of those floods. Is the Eastern Cape something that you are also keeping tabs on?
So, Mali, to us as Meals on Wheels, it's not something that is new. You remember when we had the floods in KZN, Meals on Wheels was there on the day it happened, and 3 months later, again in the Eastern Cape, we are calling on our partners, which I must say, Mali, that we give thanks to the partners that keep on coming back, our long-term partners. We'll be facing Mandela right now, and a lot of corporates remember to do good on Mandela. But for us, we do have corporates that keep on coming even now. We're reaching out to even our corporates to say, with Eastern Cape, so we will be going to Eastern Cape, we will be seen in Eastern Cape, and we won't just be there on the first day when it has just broken out as newsworthy, but even 3 months later we'll still be there as an organization.
I'm going to bring in now your colleague Andile, and he's somebody who heads up this community. Andile, thank you so much for your time. I spoke to you a bit earlier on, and you told me that you are somebody who spends a lot of time in Hillbrow and you are on the ground, and this is part of something that you look after, the Hillbrow community. What goes into preparing and ensuring that the homeless people in Hillbrow have a meal before they go to bed?
Well, first of all, Mbali, it goes with years of relationships that we've built as an organization with the community at large. We've come to know people for the challenges that they face, the homeless in particular. There's quite really a challenge that we're facing here, and there really are a lot of things that are needed to sustain the society as we speak. Yeah.
How important is it for you to ensure that you are able to provide the service to a number of people who really need it?
Well, I think it's of utmost importance to us because it's what we seek to do each and every day. It's part of our core function and mission as an organization to make sure that we reach out to the people that are in need in our society. It also goes a long way.
Yesterday, Andile, we experienced very cold temperatures. You also came here yesterday to ensure that these people have a plate of food before they go to bed. Maybe just take us through, what you went through yesterday. I know that you said that on a regular basis, you usually only give out meals once a day, but when it's extremely cold conditions, you have to multiply that.
Well, we were here yesterday until past 9 at night. It was really cold, and you could see the people on the street that if I was feeling cold with a jacket on and someone else who literally sleeps on the street, it must have been extremely cold. So we realized that a cup of soup or some food does go a long way in helping that out. So yeah, we're here for quite a while. We're here until night.
All right, thank you so much. As you can hear, the Bongiwe, Andile saying that, as much as they come out here, but they really stick around until really late at night, just ensuring that the homeless in this community continue to be given something to eat. As you could see there a bit earlier on, showing you that pot of soup which is available to some of the people in this community. I'm also going to bring in now Zakhele. He's the warehouse manager. Zakhele, you are responsible for a very big operation, and most importantly, that operation is to ensure that those who don't have homes have some sort of meal before they go to bed.
Yeah, no, it's tough. It's really tough. But first, I would like to thank our donors and who make it possible in ensuring that we feed almost plus 40 branches in Gauteng, and we go as far as to attend to other branches, outside Gauteng. And we would like to call out to other donors, if possible, that they must assist, because there are a lot of people. You can imagine that we feed plus minus 3 million people in a month, but we want to do more because hunger is something that is happening in South Africa.
And at your warehouse, how many people do you have who assist in terms of cooking this food, which is quite important to the Hillbrow community?
We have plus minus 12 staff members in my warehouse who make this possible, and they dedicate themselves in making sure that the operations in feeding the people of South Africa, everything is done accordingly.
How important is it for you, to volunteer your time and to ensure that you are able to provide the service to a number of needy people in this country?
It's really important, and it's fulfilling, because you can imagine that what I'm doing is to give hope to the hopeless and the vulnerable, poor of the poorest people who can't do much for themselves. So if we do something to them, that gives hope and joy in my heart.
All right, thank you very much, Zakhele. That's Zakhele. He's the branch manager for Meals on Wheels, particularly in Gauteng, and just talking about how big their operation is, and also really just talking about what it takes to ensure that the most vulnerable in our communities, particularly during this winter period and these very cold weather conditions, are able to be given something to eat before they go to bed. Bongiwe.
My colleague Mbali Thethani out for us in Hillbrow with people who are doing some important work as the temperatures continue to plummet.